Right now it's obviously vacant because we haven't switched over from TEV to it. But one of the biggest things that you'll want to look at is the tracker button. Now, on the tracker button, if there's a freestanding associated with that hospital, it'll basically designate Louisville versus Flower Mound, which is, again, Flower Mound is the freestanding for Medical Center of Louisville. And so it'll break down, this is the all-patient tracker for Louisville. You can see the all-patient tracker for Flower Mound, unseen patients, patients by length of stay. And the patients by length of stay, it doesn't matter which facility that you're at, it will automatically just pull up those. And then we'll go over the My List 1 line and the drafts and then all beds as well. This is a little bit easier to see now for the room and the patient number and whatnot, and it's a little bit lined up. And then this is lab, radiology, CT, EKG, medication, and then disposition, and then length of stay. And so this, whenever you have something that needs to be done, it's red. Purple normally means somewhere in the middle of the process, and then green means resulted. So, and then obviously you're going to have 3 different things in terms of here: disposition admitted, to home. These for home can also unfortunately mean expired or deceased. And then there's another column over here for T for transfer, if you need to transfer to a psych facility or to a SIP facility for higher care, pediatrics or otherwise as well. So this gives you, it's a little bit busy, but it can give you kind of a sense of what the board's going to kind of look at. It's a little bit ominous at this point, but you get used to the way it looks, especially once you can divide out your patients by themselves. Additionally, on the tracker button, as I was talking about, this is McKinney, is that you can also move from the all patient tracker to now the unseen tracker as well. And so now from the unseen tracker, you can see, again, if a PA hasn't seen something, or you can see who's next to be seen, how long they have been waiting to be seen as well for that portion.
Okay, so when logging into the private tracker, after logging into your Meditech account, it would take you to the all patient tracker list automatically, and this would be a 1-line list and live. Just to talk about the other trackers that are going to be available is the unseen, like Dr. Brokish talked about. These are all the patients that have not been assigned or seen by a physician yet, and they might have a generic physician on there like pDoc that has orders put on there from the nurses from triage or whatnot. And you could just sign up for those patients from the unseen tracker, and they'll take you into the all patient tracker. Other views you might have is patient by room or by length of stay. Those are just rebuilding the trackers essentially into different views or different category ordering, and those are a few line trackers as well.
And then as you can tell, the My Patients by Room and My Patients by Length of Stay only show your patients sorted by that. It does not show any unseen patients. So we're going to show you a different tracker later on in this presentation that will be able to show that. So soon to come.
All right. So the My Drafts tracker is where the charts will populate that are unsigned. So these are charts that are assigned to the physician that have not been signed yet and are still in draft status. As soon as these get final signed, which we'll do at the end of our chart here, they will come off this tracker. Now, which charts show up on this list versus charts that don't show up on this list? Charts that are signed or seen by the mid-level?
Right. So these basically, if you're in My Drafts, the only ones that show up are the ones that are ready to be signed. So as we talked about before, it's a stepwise process. So that if you and a PA see a patient, then the PA has to sign the note before the physician signs the note. Even if it's just say, hey, Joe, can you go down and just put some Dermabond on this, 1 centimeter lac? It needs a little something, just a little Dermabond. The PA still has to lock that procedural note before you can even lock your note completely as well. So you can watch your My Draft tracker list to see whenever the PA is ready and done. But it'll actually say signed where it says draft right there. If there was actually a PA associated with that, it'll say signed in red for you then if the PA was ready. And then once you sign it, then it turns to e-signed in green, meaning that's completely done, ready to go to QMAX for billing and coding.
So with that said, those charts might not show up on there right away. So if that mid-level didn't sign their chart right away and they signed it after you had left your shift, that chart would not show up on the MyDrafts tracker until the PA does sign it. So it's a good way to keep track of the charts that need to be signed, but keep in mind that charts might populate on there later on depending on when the mid-levels do sign their portion of the note. All right, so the other trackers we have here are the MyList trackers. So MyList tracker is going to automatically populate patients that the attending sign up for into this list, and you can also manually add in patients or take patients off of this MyList tracker. So same exact tracker, you can just view it in either one line to see more patients on one page with less information per patient, or a 3-line with more information per patient. If you want to see notes that we'll talk about how to enter notes like waiting on urine or any kind of notes here. So these will show up in the bigger views rather than the one line that doesn't have as much room. So the MyList tracker, when you're in the all patients tracker, as soon as you sign up for a patient or add your name on by double clicking and erasing the generic or putting in a name into a blank spot here, these will all automatically populate the patients into the MyList tracker. Another way to do it is to highlight a patient that you want to add on there and just click on MyList, and that automatically adds it into the MyList tracker. And going into the MyList tracker over here, so these patients will automatically go into there and they'll stay in there until you physically highlight the patient and click off MyList. So it's a good way to keep track of patients regardless of what their signed status is or what their chart status is in draft or e-signed or signed or canceled. It will keep all the patients in here, and that way you can keep an eye out on all your patients and not miss out on any that might show up later or didn't show up on the MyDrafts.
And normally once I sign them, like for example the third patient, Paul, Mary Paul, once that I've e-signed that chart, I normally then click off my list. And then once you see that, it pops them off your list. And so that way you're keeping a rolling list of what you need done. Now, the way that the MyList trackers work, as well as the draft trackers, is that the oldest chart is at the top. So basically what that means is that we have to sign our charts within 48 hours. The chart that is the closest to meeting that 48-hour requirement is at the top of the list. And so that's, then you just work your way down off the list.
So I just wanted to clarify. So obviously if you do not remove patients probably daily using the off my list, once they're signed, they will accumulate forever.
Correct.
And so
and
again,
you get hundreds and hundreds.
So for ease, the concept should probably be, by the end of your shift, if you have signed charts and they are done, they should be removed, and then probably by the beginning of your next shift, again, trying to keep a constant tab on these, especially for the new go lives, because if you don't, you may have a large list of patients, and then it makes it a little bit more cumbersome to go through.
And that way, you can just start with a blank slate and let them populate and clear them out by the end of that shift or whenever you're done signing charts.